Oh, I got you. I just got the notification on my screen, people. And when I get that notification on the screen, it only means one thing. It means that we are live, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo. Welcome to the madness tonight. Oh, this is going to be a most epic Friday Night Vyp. I got a co-host on deck, but I will get into that after the introduction. Y'all know how we do it. For those of y'all that are going to miss this, y'all know the procedures. I can't really feel bad for y'all. Y'all know how I get down. But anyway, let's not waste time. We got a lot to get into before the madness begins. So let's go to work. Current time, 6:37 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. And if you are a Friday Night Vyp veteran, then you know where I'm about to go next. So this is the part of the Friday. Let me try this again. This is the part of your Friday evening where I'm going to need you to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I will not be held accountable for your people getting pissed around you because you got your volume up too high. Because you know the decibel level is about to go way up in a minute. So turn the volume down. Let me do what I do. And then you can turn it back up, whatever it is you got to do. But now we got that usual disclaimer out the way. Let me go to work. Woo! Oh, yes. This is going to be epic AF. Oh, my God. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live! Welcome to Friday Night Vyp, baby! Woo! Oh, yes! It is that day again! We are back! We are live on YouTube! And for the first time in Friday Night Vyp history, I have a co-host in the co-pilot seat. My man Travis MCP is in the building. What's up, Trav? Come on.
We doing the big time on Friday Night Vyper. We gonna get buck wild up in here. I ain't wearing no pants. Let's get it going.
You know I'm crazy when I gotta have a co-host on deck. So we about to be real lit up in here real quick. But before we get into the festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. So, if I take it to the iPad here, first on the list is my head of security, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? And I think we got Drift Assets on deck. What's up, Drift? Oh, we got my guy Genosis out there. What's up, Genosis? And Even A is in the cup. What's up, Even? How you doing? And we got F Nick. What's up, F Nick? How you doing, bro? How you doing? We got Colin out there. What's up, Colin? How you doing, man? Mr. 504 is on deck. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Juan Contreras. What's up, Juan? What's up, bro? Tech for your needs is in the building. What's up, bro? Long time. How you doing, man? How you doing? We got Tech Key Mike. Oh, man. What's up, Mike? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And Buzz703. What's up, Buzz? What's up, bro? And we got Steven Campbell. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? How you doing? Ooh, boy. And we got C-Kid Tech. What's up, C-Kid? How you doing, man? And Tim R is in the building, too. What's up? What's up? And I think that is it. Let me refresh this to make sure I didn't miss anybody because, I don't know, for whatever reason, the iPad is weird with real-time counts and stuff. So let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. And then we will get into the festivities, and I think we are good. Yeah, nobody got missed. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so it's going to get wild tonight, y'all. You see the title. The main event of this evening festivities is Tupac versus Biggie. But given that I am the man about tech and that this is usually primarily a tech live stream, we got to get into the tech stuff first. We got to get it out the way. And oh my God, in the last like 48 hours, the tech world just went bam. I mean, like John Prosser said last week, tech news was all types of slow. But in the past 2 days, it seems like we had a tech earthquake because we had not one, not two, but 3 groundbreaking tech news stories on deck. So let me take a squig and get into this. Number one is the rebirth, the reemergence, the reincarnation of the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Oh, yes, it actually is this. It's actually back for real. Now you all know I've covered this in video before that Samsung have been teasing the return of the Fold for weeks now, but they never gave us an actual hard date of the re-release. Well, we actually have somewhat of a date. We don't have a cold hard date, but we have a release month. Samsung is planning on returning the Galaxy Fold or re-releasing it in September. Now, at first, I'm like laughing my behind off because that's iPhone month, and I told you all before, you can't release the phone alongside the iPhone because it's going to get buried. But then I started thinking about what John Prosser said about how Samsung doesn't really care about how many units they sell. They're just basically releasing it off of reputation. They have to release the Fold to maintain their tech cred in the streets. So when I think about that, and I think about the fact that Samsung doesn't really care how many phones they're going to sell, a September release makes all the more sense because you don't really want to re-release this thing to much hype and fanfare. And the best way to re-release it under the radar, release it alongside the iPhones. Because that's the quickest way to kill any tech launch is to release it in iPhone month. Travis, how do you feel about the rebirth, reemergence of the Fold, bro?
Well, it's, I still think that something you said a while back still makes sense today, which is, and I'm glad that they didn't rush it, but I think that like the timing is just one of those weird things. Could it have something to do with iPhones? I don't know. I think the Note is big enough. I think the Note event should be big enough for that. I just think they were trying to squeeze it out, before the end of the year, before it's way too late. My question has always been, like, A, should they? Like, is the risk worth the reward? Because again, as we talked about multiple times, if something goes wrong with these, it's worse than if they didn't release it. And that's the one thing that Prosser and I don't agree on. I understand what he's saying, and I agree with the thought behind it. However, for me, the risk is so great that it's just not worth any reward. Having said that, the other question is how soon will the Fold 2 come out? Is it going to be out this time next year? And if so, if this thing releases in another month or so, then it's not even a whole year before the next one, the much better one comes out. Like that's another thing that we kind of need to know about. So I don't know. I understand why Samsung did it. I don't agree that they should have, but they ain't paying me no bucks. So do what you do, Samsung.
Yeah, like I agree with you when you say that if you re-release this phone and you run into issues again, it's practically dead. Like there's no third reincarnation. It's done. Like they have to get this right on this re-release. Otherwise, it's a dead piece of tech. You might as well throw it away. And like you said, get prepared for the release of the Fold 2. But like I kind of agree with what John Prosser was saying a few weeks ago that they have to release it because number one, they were yeehawing up and down about how they wanted to be the first to the market with a foldable device, and they have to keep that tech credit up if people want to take them seriously in the future. So to that extent, they have to re-release the Fold because they have to maintain faith by releasing the Fold this year. But as Travis just alluded to, if there's problems, if there's issues with this re-release, then it's going to be worse than if you didn't release it. So they're taking a risk, they're taking a gamble, but at this point, like John Prosser said on his video, I think yesterday or the day before, they're not going to make any money on it. They lost all the money they were going to make anyway. They lost money because they had to take it back to the drawing board. They had to repair the damage from their first release, and now they're re-releasing it. And the other thing that I think C-Kid Tech was talking about on Twitter, or somebody was talking about on Twitter, is that they're not even like charging a lesser amount. They're charging the same amount that they would have charged the first time, which is just asinine to me because you released a faulty product to market the first time. Now you're re-releasing it at the same price? Like, really, Samsung? But like we keep saying, Samsung doesn't really care how many they sell. Basically, at this point, they're just getting it out there to have a foldable phone on the market.
Yeah, and listen, the tech is interesting. I think it'll be more interesting next year. I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, do what you do. As long as you don't mess it up, we'll have fun with it. It'll be cool. People will be excited. Some people will think that you're an idiot for buying it. Whatever the case may be, it's an interesting time in tech. But I'm more interested now in the next generation of this, and I think there will be a next generation of this. I just think that they had to get through this, and it's funny because in a lot of ways they kind of out-juked Huawei, because when they were like, "Oh, we're going to hold back," Huawei was like, "Okay, we're going to hold back too. We might not even release it anytime soon." And now they're like, "Oh, psych, got your money," So it'll be interesting. Yeah, they're not gonna break even on this. They're just going to recoup a little bit of cost from the repair stuff that they've been doing over the last couple of months. Someone asked me on Twitter, they go, well, how could they have repaired, the root cause of this thing in a couple of months when they had multiple years to put together? And my answer is they can't. because it's probably a fundamental flaw with the way it was put together, and you need to reinvent the entire thing. Because while they thought they caught everything the first time, they didn't. Now they think they've caught everything, and they probably haven't. So at the end of the day, man, roll the dice. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a tech company and you're trying to be first to market with a brand new technology, you are basically playing poker. You're gambling with your life pretty much. You're taking that risk. You are accepting the risk involved with releasing a first generation new technology. So we will see how this actual release of the fold. I think as Tim Argent stated, the fold was actually never released. Actually, it was kind of released, but not released to the public. So in a way, this is a re-release kind of, even though the first phone never made it to the consumer. But we will see what happens. So with that out the way, major bombshell number 2 that happened this week in tech. The video I just made last night, Apple acquiring Intel's modem business for $1 billion. Now, I just covered this entire thing in a video last night. I have 5 questions as they relate to this acquisition of Intel. Number 1, I asked, why did Apple buy Intel's modem business? Number 2, I asked, how long would it take before we see custom Apple modems in devices and 5G modems and things like that? I think my 3rd question was, how reliant would Apple be on Qualcomm? The 4th question, I think the 4th or 5th, whatever one it was what are the possibilities from Apple being able to make their own modems in the house? Like, what different technologies would they be able to come up with now that they have their own modem team in the house? And I can't remember the 5th question, but I had a bunch of questions about the acquisition. I think they're all valid. I think right now we're not going to really see too much come from it because it's still early. But this is a major, major move by Apple. We know they're trying to develop their own custom ARM chip for Macs in the future. They're trying to rely less and less on Intel for CPUs and the MacBooks moving forward. Apple will be making their own CPU for Mac in a year or 2. And now they have that much more control over iPhones and iPads and things like that with this modem acquisition of Intel's modem business. So we shall see. The only roadblock that Apple will run into as it relates to 5G is that even though they did acquire Intel's modem business, Qualcomm has all the 5G patents, or damn near all of them. So you can't do anything with a 5G modem without Qualcomm permission, patent, say so, whatever. So even though Apple has their own modem team in-house now, as it relates to making 5G modems, they still have to go through Qualcomm. Plus, Apple has that 6-year agreement with Qualcomm to use their patent portfolio. They also have that multi-year agreement to use Qualcomm chipset. So as far as 5G modems and things like that go, we won't see a 5G Apple modem for a while because they still have to go through Qualcomm. But Qualcomm is not going away, but this puts Apple in a position to be less reliant on Qualcomm in the future. Travis, your thoughts on Apple's acquisition of Intel modem business?
Yeah, smart. I mean, to be less reliant on anyone, I mean, just ask Huawei what that feels like. Is a good thing because you get shut down once, you get shut down 2 or 3 times. Like any particular portion of the outside world changing can have a large impact in your business. Just much better to be self-sufficient if you can be, as long as it makes good business sense. I mean, a lot of times companies will outsource things because it's a lot cheaper, a lot better of a financial decision. However, in this case, I think it makes sense. Plus, they can do optimizations and stuff specific to their hardware if they really want to. I mean, I don't know what those would be, but at least that option is now on the table rather than having to pay some other company and go, hey, we want these kind of things. And by the way, please don't leak it to everyone else you're making modems for. So I think it's just one of the things that it makes Apple really smart in a situation like this where they're reinvesting in their business. Interestingly enough, I'm still unsure, like, I still look into the future for phones and kind of try to figure like what else is there to do that isn't just a long range like 5-year phone. Like we're almost getting to the point where we're building phones that are just straight up last 5 years. And then once we get to that point, like how important is it to be the manufacturer of multiple types of phones? And I'm just trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. I think for Apple it makes sense because they're the only one who makes Apple phones, but I wonder if financially it doesn't make more sense for them to do everything but the hardware manufacturing. If you think about taking the cost off of that and the amount of profit that they would have to make on hardware to make it worth their time, and they could just, like we've been talking about for a while, it's now becoming a software game, kind of concentrate more on that, they could actually probably be a more profitable company, just kind of going, hey, someone else makes some Apple phones. However, of course, if you do that, then you're in the Android situation where things are just kind of out there and not all the same. So I don't know. In my opinion, it was the right move, and to do more of that is the right move if you really see your business being, phone centric for a long time. Because to be perfectly honest, you could spend $1 billion on a software company to do a whole bunch of things for your company and maybe get more out of it. So we'll see. But Apple's smarter than me, man. So
So what you just suggested would only happen if Apple was practically on their deathbed, Travis. You suggested Apple passing on their hardware business to a third party. And that is so against everything Apple believes in. That's against their principle. And like I said,
I know. But I think it's going to take, one thing that Jeff Bezos said a long time ago, which I think is really incredibly insightful, the CEO and founder of Amazon, was every business becomes disrupted. And he said, Amazon was the disruptor and Amazon will be disrupted. And I think it would be silly for any of us to think that the current situation of phones will not be disrupted. I think it's short-sighted to think that. And it's so funny because I see so many people in tech, and maybe it's because I've worked at a large-scale technology company for many years, that I kind of see the inner workings of how the thought process behind some of this stuff, that I see people that commentate on tech with a much shorter range view of the industry. And it always perplexes me, but I guess, they might be perplexed at the way I think of things. But I always look at things like long-term, like how long will the smartphone game be worth it? We already see the downward trend. It's going down every single year. At some point, it's going to level off and just be whatever it is. And it's going to be less than it has been over the last 5 years. So we know that going into it. We already know that. So what are you doing to prepare for that? Apple has been shifting some of their business to software, like the TV, the Apple TV and that sort of thing. So I get that. But in their phone business, I wonder what they're really thinking about long term, because in 5, 6, 7 years from now, will they still be pumping out as many phones as they are right now? I don't know. When you got that iPhone 13, you can probably hold on to that thing for a long time, because these phones are lasting a long time. I don't know about your comment section. My comment section has a lot of people with S6s, iPhone 6s, like stuff like that. They are not upgrading every year.
It's funny you talk about where we will be in the next 5, 6, 7 years, because I think we're going to be slowly moving away from smartphones. We're already moving away from smartphones a little bit. We're not quite there yet, but I think tech is moving away from smartphones. Like you were saying, we're moving into more of a software game moving forward in the months and years ahead. But at some point, I think smartphones are going to be done. They're going to be yesterday's news, more or less. We're going to move into more of wearable tech, things like that. And we're not going to really need smartphones much anymore. If Apple or Google can ever get the glasses right, that can replace a smartphone easily. So it's just, I don't know. It's just weird. Smartphones have been at the forefront of tech more or less for the last 10 plus years, but technology has advanced so far that smartphones are almost becoming, well, they're not yet, but smartphones are slowly being phased out, and we're moving into the next phase of tech. We don't know what that is quite yet, but it's easy to see the line is in the sand. Smartphones are living their last days. The sales are declining year over year, and tech is just generally moving in a new direction away from smartphones. So, like I said, what is the next hardware frontier? I don't really know, but smartphones will not be it.
And that's the thing is, you can look in the past of technology and see this exact same thing. You can look at cassette tapes, record players, 8-tracks, CDs. CDs were oh, we're digital. We're practically lossless. We done. No, you're not. Now you can download an entire album on your phone in the middle of traffic and listen to it through your car. We're doing things now that were not on our radar at all 10, 15 years ago. So to think that things are going to stay this way for another 10, 15 years, I think is short-sighted, and I don't agree.
But especially with the rate at which tech changes so quickly. Are you kidding me? There's no way we're going to be where we're at now in the next 10 years. I mean, is Netflix even going to be around in 10 years? I mean, we might have a new video service or a new way to stream video or something. It's crazy. Technology moves way too quickly to believe that we're going to be where we're at in the next even 5 years.
Yeah, I can tell you that I've seen some scary technology for the company I used to work for. And when I say scary, I mean exciting from a technology standpoint, but scary from a privacy standpoint, because I think what companies consider really cool, the next generation of thing, actually has to do more with the privacy. So, for example, I don't want to say the company or even what it was for, but I experienced a technology that can identify you for a retail purpose with your handprint. And that's scary. So you don't have to pay with your credit card. You pay with your handprint, which sounds great. You never lose it, but that's your damn handprint. So
yeah,
I've seen it and I've used it, and it's scary. And same thing with iPrint, the whole thing, biometric. It's we're slowly getting used to it by doing it on our phones. Like, okay, it's kind of being normalized. And as you do biometric security for this, and then you can pay with your phone by using your fingerprint, whatever, it's becoming the norm. So that when we get to that next level, you go to Safeway, you go, zoom my eye, let's do this, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's already some instances of biometric implants. So I mean, what's to say, like you said, you can't use your handprint or your eye print. I mean, this is real technology Travis is talking about. This is not the stuff for movies anymore. This is real life stuff that he's talking about. It's out there. I mean, I talked to you all about Project Soli, which Google is working on, where your Pixel 4 or some Google device in the future will be able to recognize hand gestures and correlate that to actions on your smartphone or any other device that has Project Soli's interface intertwined with. So your hand can do a lot more than just touch screens and things like that. Your hand can like control gestures and things. I mean, technology is out of sight. Like Travis said, as exciting as the advancement of technology is, at the same damn time, it's scary how fast technology is advancing and what is really out there. It's scary for real.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'm not into the whole conspiracy theory thing, but it's hard not to give a little bit of credence into some of this, where you go, well, you have these multi-billion-dollar companies holding access to a bunch of information about us, and doing so in ways that seem kind of you don't even think about how much Amazon or Apple or Google know about you. Like Google's especially scary, because if you have an Android phone or if you use Google Maps, which very likely you have, there's an entire trail of where you've been for the last several years on a server somewhere, unless you've gone back and wiped it. And even then, can you be so certain? Would you put your life on the fact that that information is not somewhere else? Now, for the most part, people don't care where you've been. I don't care where you've been. I don't know you, and most likely no one else does either. However, if you start to normalize that, then it just becomes part of the general life that you get accustomed to. And that it really becomes scary when you get a ticket, get pulled over, and the cop goes, hey, I noticed you were down this street that normally has hookers at 3 a.m. 2 weeks ago. What were you doing there? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like we're getting to the point where that stuff's going to be super normalized. And again, I hate sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but it's just straight up true. Like, it's just, we're there. We're so there.
Actually, speaking of the company you used to work for, they own Ring Doorbell. And apparently there's some type of deal between Ring and law enforcement that allows law enforcement to access data from the Ring Doorbell to like question people or something like that, I heard. So
I haven't heard that, but I'd actually be okay with it, because I want my Ring Doorbell to be used for law enforcement and stuff. So I wouldn't have any problem with it. And the most they're going to see from me is me taking Nathan out and taking him poop. So I don't really care. I don't actually use my front door to come in and out of my house. I go through my garage. So it's irrelevant to me. I want stuff like that. And the cameras I have all around my house, if they want access to the footage, I don't give a crap. That's why it's there. Having said that, that's one of the reasons I don't have cameras inside the house. So I can have smart cameras inside my house. I've decided a couple things about my smart house. Is A, I will not do anything that can open or shut doors, which includes my garage door. And B, I won't do automated locks. That's just too much, because I don't want someone who has access remotely to try to break in. If someone's going to try to break in, they need to be here so I can whoop their ass. I'll tell you what happened that really got this to me is I used to use Slingbox. You remember Slingbox?
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Slingbox is a thing before live streaming or before streaming like Netflix and stuff on your phone was really a thing. Slingbox was a little box you could put on your DVR and then watch your DVR footage like on your phone. Now, nowadays, it's like that's nothing. Like, that's just common. But back in the day, that was a jam. Like, no one was doing that. Anyway, I had my Slingbox and I was sitting there watching TV. All of a sudden, my TV starts changing channels and then catching stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's too much. So then I completely unplugged it. I pretty much disabled the entire account and I was done. I'm like, I didn't even really use it that much at that point anyway. And I'm like, if someone can change my channels, order a pay-per-view, that's harmless but kind of annoying. But if someone can unlock my door when I'm not there because I'm not paying attention, or they lift my garage door open and then a real robber comes through, that I got to call. That's my line. That's my line.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself. Even if the tech is nice, you got to protect yourself at all costs. I understand, man. I understand.
Yep.
It is absolutely crazy what tech is capable of these days today. So bombshell number 3, which just happened earlier today. I mean, it's been in the works for over a year, but the bombshell just dropped today. The T-Mobile Sprint merger has been approved by the DOJ.
I'm excited about that.
What's that?
I'm excited about that.
Talk to him. Why are you excited about that?
I think it's good. Like, I've been with T-Mobile for a while. I like what John Laguerre's been doing. I think he's been pushing the industry in the right direction. And in order for him to be able to go to the next level, he needs a lot more, which he needs Sprint. And that'll hopefully push Verizon and AT&T to stop lollygagging out here, man, because they're out here ganking you for every single penny they can get. And the only way that that's going to get more competitive is to have a competitive force that can really reckon with them. And I think T-Mo has been pretty close at doing it, but they like to be able to add, Sprint for what it's worth on top of that is a good way to settle that. Now they had to come up with they had to do a bunch of backflips and stuff to make it happen, sell off something, make a fourth one, whatever. Fine, whatever. But I think it's a good thing. Because really they say, well, you need competition. Well, there really isn't any competition because AT&T and Verizon are just like, F you, we're going to charge you whatever we want to charge you and be done with it. Case in point, before I made this video the other day, when I saw the S10 was on sale, I saw the S10 was on sale on T-Mobile, yet Verizon and AT&T wasn't doing sale on nothing because they don't have to. They're like, you know what, Verizon, T-Mobile's starting to gain some traction, but we still got the majority of the people. We don't got to sell nothing. So I feel like if the pressure's always there, and by the way, AT&T and Verizon have changed a lot of their services because of the pressure of T-Mobile. Imagine if T-Mobile was larger and they just had to straight up be parity. I mean, Verizon and AT&T were not doing a lot of the programs they are doing today because before T-Mobile started doing it. It's just look at the timelines and that's what it is. And that's why I like John. John Laguerre is the man, dude. I'd love to meet him. T-Mobile is like 15 minutes from my house. I keep saying, listen, have me over, son. Let's do this.
To your point, I think the whole month-to-month fees I think contract died because T-Mobile did it first and AT&T Verizon had to adjust.
Pretty much. Yeah.
T-Mobile is the reason that there are no more or there are less contracts today because T-Mobile started the whole uncarrier thing like 4 or 5 years ago, and other carriers had to react. Otherwise, they were going to lose customers to T-Mobile. So to your point, T-Mobile is definitely a disruptor, as you said earlier, in the cell phone market. But let's talk about T-Mobile for a minute because apparently there was an earnings call or something today, and apparently the homie John Laguerre was talking all types of trash about Verizon and AT&T on the earnings call. I love
when he does that. He's a savage.
Seriously, he might be a friend of your friend Travis. They might be friends. But John Laguerre was talking all types of trash, and something that he said kind of made me chuckle. He was like, Verizon 5G plan is clueless. It can't happen. Verizon doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going. And I'll be like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on, John. Hold on. I have seen nothing of a T-Mobile 5G plan in Chicago. At least Verizon got nose up. They're trying to build out something. Where are you at, John? I know T-Mobile have 5G in other cities and things like that. But to say that Verizon is clueless and they don't have a plan and things like that, I don't know about all that, but go ahead.
He is the top smack talker, man. In a lot of ways, that's why I like him so much. Like he'll just say whatever. And the funny thing is he was getting people to come back at him. Like the Sprint CEO and him had a thing going back and forth last year on Twitter. If you look back last year, those two were not friends. So it's really funny to see them kind of like making this happen because he was calling them calls all of them all types of names. And he even got kicked out of either the Verizon or AT&T party last year because he was trying to crash. Like he went to their Vegas party and he showed up and they let him out. They were like, "No, you can't be here." So he is a savage.
No, but like when he was talking trash on his earnings call today, he was talking about the multi-millimeter wave technology that Verizon is using to build out their 5G. He was saying that using that technology solely by itself wouldn't work because it would cost too much money. Because of the amount of towers and nodes that you have to put in place in order to get it to work. Because the 5G millimeter wave technology, the signal is so short, it doesn't travel very far without being interrupted, things like that. So what John was saying on the earnings call is that he plans on building out a 5G network with Sprint that consists of multi different types of bands. Like he plans on using the multi-millimeter wave technology and the Sprint mid-band technology that they have in order to make a more stable 5G network. And in order for it to already, in order for them to be able to build it out faster and have it be more stable and more like actual coverage as far as like instead of the patches that Verizon has in Chicago. So to that effect, I see where he's coming from and I agree with him. But I still think it's kind of premature to say that Verizon doesn't have a plan and their plan is not going to work because Verizon is a very big company. They've been around forever and ever. Amen. They're not going to start a plan or trying to build out a network if they don't have a plan. So, yeah, I like what John Laguerre is trying to do, but I think he might want to pump the brakes on talking trash to Verizon because the chances are Verizon knows what they're doing. It might take them a little longer, but chances are they know what they're doing with their 5G rollout.
Yeah, he just he's funny, man. The dude, he's something else, man. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, I totally agree with you. Verizon probably knows what they're doing. You're not going to be one of the top, mobile carriers in America by just guessing, saying, "Oh, this will work for Chicago, but it won't work for anywhere else." Like I don't buy that. But hey, he's making people question, which is part of the game, man. Make people question everything. Question.
Yeah, make them think. Absolutely. It's interesting. So the T-Mobile Sprint merger got approved by the DOJ. Apparently there's still some roadblocks. There's still lawsuits by the states that they need to clear before this thing comes official. The merger won't close before the end of the year, so they have to wait a few months before they can actually close it out. But the other thing that I was thinking about earlier today, and I posted this on Twitter, I posted that the United States government wants to break up big technology because they feel like there's a lack of competition. But at the same damn time, Travis, they just approved the largest cell carrier merger in the history of the United States. But they want to break up big tech. Can somebody please explain it to me? Because I don't understand how the hell this works. How on one hand, you want to break up big tech, and on the other hand, you want to create more big tech. Travis, what the hell's going on, bro? Where are we at, Travis? Where are we at, Travis? Where are we at?
This is why I don't watch the news, man. I can't watch the news. I can't look at politics. I can't do any of that. It's too frustrating, man. Like this common sense is out the door. And it, a lot of times it has to do with money and other various things that I just couldn't care enough. I couldn't care less about. I don't know, man. Like that stuff doesn't surprise. None of that stuff surprises me. Literally nothing of that surprises me. It's all about money and it's all about who's going to get who, what. And at that point, I'm out. And for that reason, I'm out.
I don't blame you. I don't really keep up with politics, but now it's starting to keep in the tech. So I am the man about tech. So when you bring your politics and the technology, you are bringing your politics into my realm. So now I have to address it. But this whole movement to break up big tech because of privacy concerns, because of lack of competition concerns, I think it's all much to do about nothing. We've been operating like this for like the past, decade, multiple decades with no issue. Now all of a sudden in 2019, big tech is an issue. But then, on the other hand, you approve the T-Mobile Sprint merger, but you want to break up big tech? How hypocritical is that? The level of hypocrisy is so bad that I just can't calculate it on a live stream. It would take me like 3 live streams to calculate the level of hypocrisy what's going on right now. But I'm going to leave that for another live stream because we're not here to talk about that. But I just thought that was kind of weird, Travis. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something that's happening that's not in the news that is the real answer to the question. And I mean, always, without exception. There's shenanigans going on that we're not aware of that answers all those questions, and we'll never know. We will never know.
Wait, Travis. So are you saying that there's an unsolved mystery? That's what you're saying, Travis.
Illuminati, son.
Oh, he's going to the Illuminati, bro. He just said Illuminati. So we got Travis talking about tech conspiracy. No, actually, no, these are tech government conspiracies. So it's a tech gubbo conspiracy that we don't know about.
All right.
It's shenanigans.
Now!
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. I've been teasing it for the past few hours. Now we get to the main event of the evening. The marquee of the live stream. Tupac versus Biggie. Now, some of y'all that are new are probably like, Viper, you're a tech dude. You're the man about tech. Why are you trying to incite a music war tonight? Well, it's funny because I did this, last year with Jason from Pathleon Tech on this very live stream, me and Jason had like a discussion, debate, heated argument somewhat. We had a musical debate. It was Michael Jackson versus the Beatles. Now, y'all know me. I ride hard with Michael Jackson. My man Jason, he rolled hard with the Beatles. And it was just a lively conversation. And the thing about these live streams is that if I put like if I put one of the tech headlines in the title, like T-Mobile Print merger, nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch a live stream about tech news. So I'm like, how can I make this live stream juicy tonight to get people to watch and still get the tech in? So I said, it's time for another music battle. And I was like, what can I do? What would just get people in their feelings? What would get people pissed? And when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I got it. Tupac versus Biggie, West Coast versus East Coast. Oh, hell yeah. We are doing this, Travis. We are doing this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Travis is like, damn, when I get my throat, Travis like, Travis about to pull a homosexual on me. Can I back out? Can I back out? Travis about to leave the chat, y'all. I think Travis is about to leave the chat.
Travis has left the chat.
Travis left the chat, bro.
No, actually, I don't mind talking about this. I mean, growing up in the 90s, where actual music was made, let me say that again. Hold on. Where actual music was made. So I just want to say that some of the best rhymes that have ever been written were written in the 90s. I don't know what has happened the last couple of years with these mumble dudes. They don't even know what they're saying because there ain't no lyrics. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. If you want to talk about lyrics, you want to get your head twisted about someone who's saying something while rhyming. That's Biggie and Tupac. That's Run DMC. There's a bunch of different rappers from the 90s. There's Wu-Tang. Listen, we can go on and on and on. I don't have to go, but when you start saying Biggie, Tupac, I know that's the Lakers and Boston Celtics. I get it. But I don't look at it like that. I'll give my answer here in a minute. But I want to say there's two things tragic about this. Number one, we lost both of them way before we were supposed to because there was a Biggie versus Tupac. So let's just start from there. The versus thing lost us two of the greatest rappers, period. Those guys would still be the hottest stuff right now if they were still alive. They were both incredibly intelligent. Their rhymes were amazing. Their beats were incredible. And they still crush most of the people out there right now. So that we need to really be thinking about that. Like, that's terrible. Having said that, I absolutely positively am. I just know in my heart that if there was ever a Tupac and Eminem album, it's over for everything. Just lock it down. You don't never have to do music again. It's done. Because the lyrics on something like that would be explosive. People don't give. I feel like Eminem is the white Tupac in a lot of ways. To me, he kind of is. So I've always loved Pac. I wasn't actually exposed to Biggie until a little bit later. So I was exposed to Pac first. I learned about Biggie later as, they started kind of going back and forth. And I think my appreciation of him, it didn't even really come to a hilt until very recently, until the last 6 years or so. After his passing. And then when I started hearing more about his background, how he was brought up and a lot of the things that he had to go through, and then actually listening to his lyrics, that's it, man. That's what I'm saying. The 90s lyrics are amazing. But if I had to choose one, and I wouldn't want to, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not interested in choosing one. But if I say you have to choose one, or that's it, that's a wrap, I'm going to say Pac. That's what I'm going to say. But that's just me. That's just me. And I respect Biggie fans because Biggie, especially after watching his documentary, dude was fire. There's no doubt about it. I would never disrespect him. I think he's amazing. But that's me.
Travis, I want to thank you for coming on the live stream tonight and talking some sense to power, because I am not going to do that. I am solely here for the fire and brimstone to piss people off. So I'm glad I'm glad you delivered that eloquent explanation of artists and music in the 90s and compared to the 2000s. But bruh, I'm not here for that. But I appreciate you bringing that to the table, because after the next 5 minutes, I'm about to piss off an entire coast of people, which is what I set out to do. So let's get the party started.
I'm just going to watch.
I'll just sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, and like my man Easy says, and follow me on this journey. So, unlike Travis, I came here to piss people off. So, when we talk about Biggie Smalls versus Tupac, I said on Twitter, and I'll say it again for the entire damn YouTube live stream universe. Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time. Yes, I said it. Fight me. I don't care. And the crazy thing about this, Travis, is that I got a response from an unlikely source. I wasn't expecting a response from the homie Danny Wiggett, but Danny Wiggett responds to this on Twitter. Yes, he threw his hat in the ring. And I love Danny. He is the homie. And he was saying how he didn't agree with me. The statement was too broad and some other stuff. And I respect Danny. Actually, he said something about there's a lot of great MCs out there today living that we can't call Tupac the best. What? First off, hold up, Danny. Hold the hell up, bruh. Did you really just mention artists living, comparing them to Tupac? Did you not hear what Travis just said? Any artist past the 90s doesn't even count. They don't count, bro. We don't even count. I don't care about your French Montanas or your Hannah Montanas or your what is it? Little Nas. Who the hell cares? They don't compare to Tupac. What are we talking about here? This ain't even an argument with me. That ain't blasphemy. None of these rappers out here right now can't even lift Tupac's suitcase, bro. What are we talking about? But back to the argument here. So basically, this comes down for me to a battle of two coasts. You got West Coast style versus East Coast style. Now, I am admittedly biased because I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up on the South Side of Chicago. I grew up on gangster rap. And when you're talking about gangster rap in the 90s, you're talking about Tupac, Snoop, Dre, etc., etc. I grew up on the hardcore gangster rap. So when you talk about who is the greatest rapper of all time, without question in my mind, it's Tupac. The delivery, the lyrics, the style, the flow. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, messing with Tupac on a grand scale. Like, Biggie might have been a better lyricist. I'll give y'all that. But I can't really mess with that softcore East Coast hip-hop. And that I broke up with my girlfriend and I want her back hip-hop. I can't mess with all that. That's too soft for your boy. I need the hardcore gangster rap. And that happened on the West Coast with Dre, Snoop, and Pac, baby. That's what I'm talking about. None of this, I broke up with my girlfriend, I broke up with my baby, and I want her back rap. None of that crap that you get on the East Coast. Stop playing, bro. I need the hardcore. And the hardcore happened on the West Coast with Pac.
Yeah, let me say, an NWA. Okay, let me just make sure I throw that in there. Public Enemy. I met Flava Flav back in the day. Listen, here's the thing. You're right. But here's the other thing that I've noticed. Like, and not to say that there haven't been songs in the last 5 years that I haven't like enjoyed, but I can't remember the last time other than music in the 90s where you would hear a song and then catch a lyric and like have to rewind and listen and then hear what the lyrics were and be like, whoa. Like they said something deep in those lines. It wasn't just something that rhymed and was cool. It was like, whoa, like there's something that was said there. And Pac was so good at that. I think that Biggie was as well, but I feel like, and again, I had a lot more exposure to Pac than Biggie, so excuse me if I'm wrong on this, but I feel like there were so many times in songs that Tupac did that he was speaking so much in his interviews about life, next effing level. And when he talked about the world at large, he was so far ahead of his time, and the kid was young. And he was talking true life stories, which is why I really believe he was just so incredible, because his stuff it's not just, unless I'm out there with the hookers and hoes, that's cool. But he was telling you about life and growing up and struggles. And while I understand Biggie was doing that as well, Pac would also take it to the next level. So I just thought it was really interesting that we don't see that anymore. Maybe it's too deep because these Instagram kids and these TikTok thoughts don't know what's going on out there. They can't pay attention long enough to really be into the lyrics and go, other than something that's just catchy, you can say over and over and over again that has no meaning. The lyrics back then, man, they were deep, man. They were deep. They made you think.
Did you just say TikTok dot?
That's what I said.
Yo, why you going on my live stream being more savage than me? Oh yeah, I forgot you're that guy. Never mind. I already understand. I forgot who I was talking to. Women. I forgot who I invited on the stream tonight.
That's
Mr.
right.
I'm so savage 2019. But you know what? Let me rewind a little bit. I don't want people to watch this live stream or watch the replay and think that I hate Biggie Smalls. I don't hate Biggie Smalls. It's just that I am so Tupac, it's not even funny. But Biggie Smalls was that dude. You mean he was like I said, between lyricists, between him and Pac, Biggie Smalls was the better lyricist. I will give him that. The man could flow. The man he knew how to use words in a musical form. He did his thing. The thing that impressed me most about Biggie though was how he could like change up his style to other artists. Like I remember his cameo or his verse on Notorious Thugs. I was like, whoa! Because I never heard Biggie rap fast before that. And then he came with her and matched Bone Thugs' flow. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, damn. So the boy had talent. I won't take that away from Biggie. The man had talent. I mean, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I mean, good Lord. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Biggie Smalls was that dude. So I'm not taking anything away from Biggie Smalls. One of the greatest rappers ever. But like I said, he ain't no Tupac, bro. And he ain't better than Tupac, in my opinion. And that's another thing I want to get out in this live stream, in this debate. These are my opinions. They're not facts. This is relevant to you. This is personal preference to me. So I'm saying that Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time to me. That is my personal preference. That is my opinion. So for those of y'all that are about to get butthurt and try to come at me, calm down. It's my opinion. But if you do come at me,
let me tell you. Social commentary rap. No such thing now. I mean, I'm going to say the name of one song Pac did that was amazingly popular, despite the fact that it was an incredible social commentary song. And that is Brenda's Got a Baby. Ooh. Drop it. I mean, if you've never heard the song, that is a very it's a deep song, man. It's like that is a real legit situation that young ladies were going through every single day. And he was telling the story, and it was a song that was popular. You just don't see that stuff anymore, man. You just don't see that.
No, everything today is about drugs, money, girls, all this other monkey crap that doesn't really relate to real life. So I agree with you. Tupac was hitting you with the hard, hitting close to home lyrics back in the day. But again, these are my personal opinions and personal preferences. This is not like Bond. I mean, this ain't the end all be all. If you think that Biggie is better, that is perfectly fine. I'm not gonna get mad at you for thinking Biggie is better than Pac. That's your opinion. I mean, but just be careful. If you come at me on this, you better be damn careful because I will strike back quick. Because Tupac is that dude. I ride for Tupac. So if you come at me on Twitter or on these comments, bro, just understand there's consequences for coming at Viper about Pac. So just realize, come at me correctly or get dropped. But
there's good stuff in the chat right now, man. I see Jeff is in there talking about Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs is legit, man. Bone Thugs.
One of my favorite rap group ever. Oh my God. East 1999. Oh man. Mr. Bill Collect. Oh, Crossroads. Oh my God. Woo.
See me at the crossroads. Yeah,
Bone Thugs with that crew.
There's decent music out now, and there are people that are talented. Part of it may not even be that the rappers out now are not talented enough. It may not even actually be that. It might just be that they're kind of filling in the void that the people who have 2-second kind of attention spans want, and maybe that's just the nature of the beast. But I would love to see, like, at least, and I don't like all of his music, but at least what's his name? Danny Glover or whatever.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. He's trying something different, which I like. I think that I don't care for all of his music, but I like that he's actually trying to do something different and trying to like stretch it a little bit. I like that. That's what's up.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when you're talking about music is all subjective to you and what you like and what you flow with. I mean, my opinion, it doesn't have to be your opinion. Your opinion doesn't have to be my opinion. We are going to disagree. That's okay. It just makes for lively, fun debates on YouTube, which is why I'm doing it tonight. But just understand, when you come in Viper, Pac is life, baby. Pac is life, and that's just how it is. But I mean, I don't even keep up with music that much today. I mean, I really don't keep up with music. But who's even like?
I don't know, man. That's the thing. Gotta come up. You know what I get hype about now? I'll find a song somewhere. It'll come across my purview, usually in a video or something, and then I'll rock out to it for like 2.5 weeks straight, and I'll be like, "Why is no one jamming to it?" Find out the song's like 4 or 5 years old. It happens a lot to me now. I'm like, "Oh, this is a jam," and it's like 5 years ago.
That would be the reason why. But as Travis alluded to earlier, if there's a rap out there right now that's closest to Pac, in my opinion, it is definitely Eminem. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
That boy got soul. That boy got fire. He got delivery. He got the lyrics. I mean, Eminem is probably the best rapper alive.
The lyrics are insane, and I feel like people are sleeping on his lyrics. If you don't read, because sometimes he says stuff so fast you don't catch it.
Right.
But the way he twists like an entire story or it's mind-numbingly amazing. So I absolutely I don't like all of his music. There's certain songs that I would just put in my top 10 period. But his lyrics are always like, holy, like, how did you think of that? How did your mind twist that around? It's crazy.
Like I said, Eminem is a lyrical genius. Yeah.
C-Kid asking a question.
Go ahead, try to read it for it.
What is your favorite genre of music? So it's still kind of hip hop, but I like, you know what? I listen to literally everything. As long as the song is good, I literally will listen to just about any type of music minus country. But I'll listen to rock, heavy rock, rap, hip hop, R&B, even some jazz, like smooth jazz. Like I like everything that's good. It doesn't mean I like everything in each one of those genres, but something that gets me going. It really, literally, if you look at my playlist, you'd be like, well, what the hell? Like, how many different personalities do you have? Because I'm all about all of it.
So, like I told you all earlier, I grew up on gangster rap. But if you ask me my favorite genre of music right now, I would tell you it depends on my mood. Like, it just depends on how I'm feeling on any given day. I don't really have a favorite genre at the moment. I listen probably to more country music than anything right now. But, I mean, it varies. Like, if I'm working out or something like that, then obviously I'm rolling with hip-hop and things like that. If I'm just driving in my car on a sunny day, I'm probably listening to some type of country or something. So it just depends on where I'm at, my headspace, my situation. It just depends. But as far as favorite genre right now at age 38, I don't really have one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not super hardcore. I don't listen to a lot of music during the course of the day. Usually, if I listen to anything, it's maybe one or two songs, just either while I'm cooking or something like that. But yeah, I'm not as a hardcore music guy as a lot of other people are. A lot of people just live with it.
Travis, we got to stop the live stream, Travis. We got to stop the live stream. We got a troll in the comment section, Travis.
What happened?
We got a troll in the comments. My dude Perp Minded is in here trolling, Travis. We got to address it, bro.
I like Perp, but here's the thing. I like Perp Minded. He's a great supporter of like all the tech dudes. So
no.
You didn't let me finish. 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 Perp Minded. I know you in my live stream stuff. I respect the hell out of Perp Minded. But he's completely wrong about rap. I mean, he ain't got no clue. He's a good tech guy, but he don't know nothing about no music. So
you paying him that lip service. We're not here for that. He knows all that. We don't have to pay him lip service. But when he comes into the live stream talking that garbage, we have to address it. What do you mean Eminem is overrated? He's only one of the greatest rappers to ever live. Where do you get this stuff from? I mean, I don't know if he really feels that way or if he's trolling. Because a lot of times he just trolls me. He likes to troll me. So maybe he's just trolling me. But what do you Perp Minded? Stop playing, bro. I'm gonna sit down, Perp Minded. Sit down, son. You're wrong.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh my! What else is going on in the chat? What else I need to address?
Doesn't Kendrick Lamar play for the Lakers? Settle down with that crap. You're talking about some Kendrick Lamar. That dude married one of the Kardashians. Settle down, young man. Settle down.
Yo, but on Kendrick Lamar, though, I mean, I haven't listened to much of his stuff, but what I have listened to, the dude is pretty good. So
he's legit. He's legit.
I'll give y'all Kendrick. Kendrick is doing his thing out there, no doubt.
Yeah, he's fine, but I don't think he's better than anyone we've talked about.
And we go ahead.
I don't think he's better than anyone we've talked about, though.
No, hell no, not at all. But we still got OGs out there that are living. We got Ice Cube in the cut. Ice Cube, my guy. IT, who is that straight up trolling kids on Twitter. Love IT. We got, I think, Vanilla Ice is out there, even though he's out of the game. Vanilla Ice is legit. Damn, somebody else I'm thinking about. Oh, LL Cool J. You gotta love that. The lady
Redman's still out there doing his thing.
Yeah. Method Man, Redman, I think. Yeah. And LL's out there. I mean, some of the OGs out there still kicking, still rapping too. MC Hammer's still doing his thing out there. Are you kidding me?
Yep. I interviewed and talked to Hammer back in the day, man.
It is still Hammer time in 2019, folks. It is still Hammer time. I know y'all young cats have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, but Google MC Hammer and then get woke. But still,
dude is a tech head, dude. Dude is a super tech head. A lot of people don't know like how into tech he is, and has been for many years. To give you a case in point, right before 4G came out, his email address was talking about 5G. Like he was like, I'm past 4G. I don't even care about it. Give me the 5G. Like, oof.
like Hefe said, Wu-Tang is out there. Now, somebody in the chat just said that, what did he say? Oh, he said Nas is better than Pac. Don't make me laugh with this nonsense, people. Stop it. Just stop it. Now, I need to calm down because I just said that music is subjective and you got to have your feels. I respect that. But stop the nonsense. Nas is better than Pac. Who said that out loud? Nobody said that out loud. Stop it. Just stop it right there. Oh, we got Ganky out here. What's up, Ganky? How you doing, man? Oh,
yeah, Outkast would be legit. I agree. Outkast is legit.
Oh, I like Outkast. Outkast. Yeah. That was my jam in college, bro. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, Outkast. That's up. Yeah. Oh, that was Ganky. Okay, yeah, Outkast is legit, no doubt. And a Wu-Tang Clan. Oh, Wu-Tang Clan has been doing it for a long time. They are legit. And yes, Punk, I said Vanilla Ice. Don't be hating on Vanilla Ice. I mean, he ain't no superstar, but he still did things. Don't be hating on Ice. Y'all need to calm down. Must be some young cats out here badmouthing Vanilla Ice, man. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Music has like dipped significantly since I was growing up. Or maybe I'm just in the wrong time period. I don't know, Travis. The music.
I think we were in the right time period, to be perfectly honest. We got to hear all the good stuff. We good. I think we good.
I'm just saying that like kids growing up today, they don't know what good music is, Travis. Like you said, they don't know what music is, Travis. They don't know. They don't know.
No, I understand, man. It is what it is. The funny thing is like as you grow older, you end up saying the things that your parents used to say. You end up sounding like an old curmudgeon. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, the music was good back in my day. No, it wasn't with your Tutti Frutti. It was not. And now we're like, man, We Be Clubbing was a jam. They're like, no, man. We got this dude Twista Fista out here with he got 27 tattoos on his face and 3 nipple rings, and he's the best. Like, no, dude, settle down.
I got just somebody else in the chat.
Yo, Devin, I'm not gonna say your tech name because I don't want people to think I'm putting you on blast. But Devin, you know who I am talking to, Devin. You know I'm talking to you, Devin. I'm gonna need you to stop hating on Vanilla Ice, bro. Devin, you gotta be almost as old as me, Devin. So you know how Ice gets down, Devin. Don't be hating on Vanilla Ice, Devin. I'm watching you, bro. I'm watching both. I'm watching your regular channel and I'm watching your gaming channel, Devin.
Hey, Evan, Milli Vanilli was the jam, so shut your face. I don't give a crap. I will do ba 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 baby. I know they weren't really singing it. Do you think I care? Nah, brah. You can blame it on something, but you better blame it on the rain. Don't get it on me. That was a jam. I didn't care. I didn't care they didn't sing it. I like the song.
That's right. That's right. He's so legit. He's building houses right now because he's Ice Baby.
No, I ain't co-signing on Ice Baby, but I'm just gonna say. By the way, did you hear the story that he told that he said that he had to sign away the Ice Baby to what's his name? Suge Knight. Really? Did you hear about this? So he says, and he was interviewed. I remember watching an interview. He said that he was held over a banister by his legs by Suge Knight to sign away the music rights to Ice Baby. Really? So he signed them away. You can find, I bet you if you Google it, you can actually look it up. He apparently signed away his rights to Suge Knight because Suge Knight was going to kill him and drop him off the side of a thing. Now this is what Vanilla Ice said. I don't know if it's true, but he said it, and so you know it is.
I mean, if Vanilla Ice, who are we to question? I
don't know. That dude on the building channel now. I don't know what he's doing.
He out here building holes. He's like the modern day Bob Vila and stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's building stuff now.
All right, so y'all know how I get down on the rap and tech game. Who are y'all favorite musicians growing up and stuff? Let's see what y'all talking about out here.
Yeah, let's see. All these thoughts. Come on, throw them out in the chat. Let's see.
Y'all got all these opinions, so let me and Travis know who y'all rocking when y'all were growing up, or who y'all rocking with right now. Let's see what y'all got to say in the chat. Look, Barrett, they need to sell his name to Starbucks.
That'd be good. I'd buy that. Freddie Mercury. All right, that's old school. Freddie Mercury.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with Freddie. I've heard of him. I'm not too familiar with his music though. Okay.
Most of them were Japanese drift. It's crazy.
Yo, Travis, you know who I rock with growing up hard and I kind of missed though? Warren G, man. Warren G with that.
Oh, yeah, man. Warren G and Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg especially, because Nate was on everything. He made every song better.
Oh, Nate Dogg was that dude, bro. Oh, man.
Like every song you heard him on, it was legit.
Every song.
West Side, Ronnie, James Dio.
Rain, he grew up with Pac, Nas, Big, and Bone Thugs. I don't like my childhood. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Bone Thug.
Right, Bone Thugs. Like, yo, Bone
Thugs.
Thugs.
Redman, yep. E42 Short, Bone Thugs, NWA, Nas, XB Rakim.
I was hard on I love Busy Bone Man because how he rapped that was my look at
EPMD I really liked.
FA talk about Wu-Tang, Redman, Tupac, E40, Too Short, Bone Thug, NWA, Nas, Eric B, and Rakim. Now I didn't really listen to Rakim too much. He's like, I don't know. I just didn't really listen to much of his stuff. But the dude that I did listen to, El Jefe put in there with Too Short. Too Short was like hilarious. Right? That was funny. Him and DJ Quick. DJ Quick was my dude. Yes.
Yep.
And E40 I haven't listened too much. I'm listening to a little bit of his stuff, but not too much. But yeah. Oh, look at that. Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Pearl Jam, Our Lady P, Tragically Hip.
All right.
That just came in a whole different genre of music. I respect that.
Yeah, he did. I respect that.
What's up, Zach? Nice to see you, Zach. Nice to see you.
Pac, Big L, J. Cole, Kendrick, JID, J. Rock, Schoolboy, Q, Smoke Tizz.
Okay. All right, Perp Miner.
Lil' Kim.
All right, Perp Miner. I'm not mad at you no more. You redeemed it.
He had some good stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Megadeth. Ooh, I haven't heard that name in a while. I haven't heard that since
It's been a
in
minute.
college. Yeah. So let's talk about my college year, because my college years were a little different from my early years. I was in a different environment in college. I went to a college that was 89% white, so as you can imagine, music was a little different. But I still enjoyed it. Like we had Smash Mouth, Power Man 5000. Travis probably doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, but some of y'all will. And Green Day, Korn. I mean, we were rocking out in college, man. That was back in the days of Napster, where you could burn CDs and do what you wanted to do. I mean, we were rocking out, man. We had what's that group? Come on, what is the crowd? Come on. What is it? Nickelback. Yeah, had Nickelback. Was Daughtry. And my favorite group in college, 3 Doors Down. Oh, I love 3 Doors Down, man. 3 Doors Down was my group. My favorite college group, man. Love 3 Doors Down. But yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, man, I live in Seattle, so I was all about, surrounded by all of it. I went to school out here to go. A lot of people don't know this, for music and video business. So I was just a couple of blocks from a place called something Bad Animals, which was a really, really huge a music studio that all the top Seattle groups and even rock groups would come to record their music at. So I was totally surrounded by that stuff for sure.
No doubt. We got El Jefe said Rage Against the Machine. Somebody else said different. Linkin Park. Oh my God. Linkin Park was, and I think one more thing was, Linkin Park is awesome even today. Linkin Park that's what's up. Love me some Linkin Park. You got Journey.
Hootie and the Blowfish. No, go ahead.
Wow. Hootie. Love Hootie. That's the
Nirvana, especially, Sean. I know. Can we talk about how Chance the Rapper's new album came out today? Oh, I didn't know that. Came out today?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Chance the Rapper came out today. Yep. I listened to some of his stuff. I got a couple of songs of his I like, but I'm not.
Well, but here's the thing. It used to be when record releases would happen, they used to be such a big event. You would go to the record store. If it was a big artist, you would go for the midnight release. So there was a line. And it used to be an event. Now it's like, oh, did it happen? All right, let me just go download it. It's not. Who cares?
Okay. So now we can tie it back to technology, Travis, and we are technology people. Yet that's just one more example of how technology has changed the world. Like you just said that we stood in line for midnight record releases. We did the same thing with midnight video game, big time video game releases like Call of Duty, Halo. Yep. We were in line. I was in line at midnight waiting for Halo, Call of Duty. But since the digital age and streaming and downloading things online. Done. Nobody does that anymore. It's just over with.
Yeah, it's sad. I feel sad about stuff like that. Video arcades and stuff, which is probably why I buy so many of the little arcade systems and stuff. I've reviewed 2 of them on my channel, and more than that actually. And I think there's something about nostalgia. Nostalgia is a funny thing. Nostalgia is the chase of passion that when you get there, you're like, oh, it wasn't as good as I remember. So the chase is actually more interesting and more fun of nostalgia than a lot of times what the end result is. So you might think, oh yeah, I used to play this video game back when I was in high school, and it brings back all these thoughts and memories, and you go play oh, the game's not really all that good. But it's because it was a total experience you were remembering, not just that game. It was the bike ride there, it was your friends hanging out, it was the pizza you had after, it was all these other things that melded its way into that. So retro stuff I love, but you got to keep it on the right pedestal, otherwise you getting it twisted.
Like you said, nostalgia is a chase, because ultimately when you're talking about nostalgia, you're talking about a memory, so you can't really recapture a memory. I mean, you can have it in your head, you can remember it, but you can't relive that memory. I mean, not for real anyway. So, like you said, Travis, it's more of a chase than an actual realization of that memory, because you can never have that back. That time is already done and past. So, nostalgia is nice for like having that memory, but if you try to go back and capture it, it might be a little bit more difficult than you realize. But it is nice to feel that way, especially like being an adult and like going through all this adult ish that we have to go through today. Having any type of nostalgia, it's nice to take us back to the time when we didn't have to worry about adult things. So that's
music is the one thing that I think is maybe different. Like nostalgia for music, when you listen to the songs and stuff, you still do feel that way. Nostalgia about things a lot of times don't live up to it, but music, I feel like it does. Like you can listen to a song you heard when you were, back in the day and be like, oh yeah, I remember this, and just turn it on, and that's what's up. And that's the cool thing about having access to all this music, that right now, if technology were like it was, I'd have to go find the tape and then fast forward into the middle of it somewhere and then hope it didn't get chewed up in the thing, or then I have a pencil, and you know what I mean? Like now I just real quick go on Amazon or Spotify or whatever, and there it is, boom, there's my whole childhood. So it is cool to have that access. I think the problem with it is it messes people up, and especially people growing up in this kind of life, that they're not used to having to wait for things or work for things or anything like that. So the appreciation for stuff is much lower. Yeah, it's so funny because when I was growing up, they were like, you don't appreciate anything. Well, I did. I just appreciated it differently. I don't think people appreciate anything now, because it's like everything's on demand.
Everything's out of your fingertips. You don't have to work for anything. Like you don't have to go to like midnight releases and things like that. You don't have the experience with people of like-minded ilk that you used to have when we were growing up, Travis, because everything is at our fingertips. So they don't have the appreciation.
Yeah. And I remember putting things on layaway and getting excited about paying that down. I don't even know if layaway exists anymore.
Oh,
put it on a credit card.
It is. It's probably not used much, but layaway is still out there, no doubt.
All right.
So I'm gonna take a moment to plug the channel real quick. We are still not monetized on this channel, but if you guys want to donate to the cause, I'm dropping my Buy Me a Coffee link in the chat. It is a one-time donation. It's not a Patreon. It's not a recurring fee or none of that nonsense. It basically, you guys, if you want to donate to the cause, if you appreciate what I'm doing, what me and Travis is doing, reliving memories, just showing your support of me and what I'm doing on the channel, more or less. So if you guys are willing to donate, anything helps. Like I always tell you guys, it's not required. I just appreciate you all rocking out with me. But if you guys want to donate, the link is there for you. But like you said, Travis, it's just interesting how even like things like nostalgia and technology has just changed everything. Like nothing is how it used to be, because technology has like changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, it changes the way we even communicate with people, which I think is not necessarily for the better. It is cool that we get to now communicate with people overseas and stuff easily, which means we create new relationships, which is great. But I think the relationships are not real half the time, because I remember writing letters and then having to wait 5-6 days to get a response, and like the anticipation would build up and stuff. But I guess the problem with any of that is it's not real until you're in person. There's people like making life relationship like decisions based on some text that they see on their phone, like the person they haven't met. So, and the way that people talk to each other and stuff. And I've noticed it now. So I have a I have a home theater in my house, so I like to have people come over and watch movies. But the problem is, so many people, and I'm gonna have to make this a rule, will be looking at their phones like during the movie. I'm like, well, you gotta stop that. You got to stop that. Whatever it is you're looking at is going to be there when you're done. I can't stand it when I'm trying to spend time with someone and they're looking at their phone all the time. I try to respectfully put my phone like on the table where it is, where it can't be face down. I try to be respectful of people's time. And I think people are so used to looking every 10 seconds at their phone. And sometimes I am too. I do this when I'm not, hanging with a person. I feel like it's important to separate yourself from the technology as much as you can, because we're getting so used to being in a virtual world that the real one is passing us by, man. There's a movie called I forget who was in it. I want to say Bruce Willis was in it. It was your camera switch. It was I can't remember what it. So essentially, what it was is everyone in the future is plugged into a virtual reality game essentially, and you're living your life through the game. It starts with an A, I think. Someone will probably get it in chat. And it was really interesting because really you then become whoever you want to be. So like these big fat dudes were like sexy women in the game, but everyone was living their life through it. Well, not called it. What was it called? You should watch it because, to be honest, like I feel like that's where we're going. Where we just at one day we won't have to leave our house. We'll just be virtually plugged in, and then we're living our life outside of our actual life. And then that's it. It's a wrap. We're just basically sucking food through a straw and peeing it back out. Is it surrogates? I think that might be it. 504. It might be surrogates.
So
I think that might be it.
It's interesting that you were talking about how when you're spending time with people still be on their phones. Like I am very mindful of this whenever I'm out on a date with the lady or wherever I'm with the lady. Period. I am very mindful to not be on my phone because that's the time that we get together. And like, it doesn't really like make sense for me to be on my phone. I can be on my phone anytime, but when I'm with the lady, though, I'm not on the phone because that's just not the time and place for that. And like you said, that happens a lot. Like especially with kids and parents. Like even like you said, when they're at the dinner table and they're on their phones and not really communicating with their parents, there's no talking. And I noticed something like when I was driving around, like I think a couple of days ago, it was like daylight outside and it was hot, but it wasn't too hot. And there weren't really any kids outside playing. And I'm like, damn, have we really got to the point where technology is taking over that much where kids don't even go outside no more?
Yes.
Because I used to ride bikes when I was growing up a lot of time, playing basketball outside, like just being outside a lot, like being outside as much as we could be outside when we were growing up. And now it's like outside's like a foreign zone, like a foreign country. Like they don't even go out there no more. Like, damn.
Yep, it's 100% true. It was the same thing with me growing up. It was walking or bike riding or whatever. It's it is different, and to some degree, there are things that are just straight up better. I mean, you can't deny that. But we're sacrificing so much of who we are now for a little bit of convenience that I wonder where the exchange becomes too much to one side. Like we're giving up too much. Like, where's the ROI? Where's the return on investment? Like, where have we given too much and getting too little back? And we're being told that it's a lot. Like, what we're getting back is a faster processor. What does that give me? Well, you can load the page half a second faster. Okay, but now I'm addicted even more to my computer, which means I won't get the 2 hours away from the computer that I used to because now I can get to more pages quicker. Is that the right exchange? I don't know. So
Drift Atherton just said that his niece and the nephew see going outside as a punishment. Wow. Wow. Savage. That is crazy. Like, I never thought I would live to see the day where kids think going outside is a punishment. That is terrible, man. That's bad. That's not good. Like, kids need to get outside. They need to get off the computers, man. Like, because like you said, Travis, being online and being like connected and things like that, that's not real life. You got to get out here and live real life. That's why a lot of people aren't prepared for real life because they spend so much time on social media and things like that. There is real life happening outside of social media that needs to be lived. You need to know how to experience real life. You need to know how to deal with real life because real life is gonna smack you in the face. And when you get back, you got to get back up, baby. You got to get back up.
That's right. And just playing that fighting video game ain't gonna show you nothing. You can't Shoryuken anybody.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no Hadouken in the real life. You can't do that.
Hadouken you. Nothing happened. That's right. You just got popped in the face by someone who actually knows what they're doing. Exactly. Not ready to get high kicked.
Seriously. But like I keep saying tonight, it's just a testament to how much technology has changed the way we live our lives. It's altered so much, and it's going to continue to alter the way we live life. I mean, Travis, you're definitely afraid of robots, but they're becoming more and more of a reality. So
I'm not afraid of them. I just know that it's the end. That's it.
Here we go with the end.
That's just gonna be the end, man. It's just everything's getting normalized. You watch that? If you haven't played it, I've watched the playthrough of Detroit Becoming Human. Which that game is amazing in so many ways, but it really is telling because essentially it is a future with androids who are just about as human as humans. And that is where we're going. And I ask why, because you look at those, and I made that kind of funny video last year about it, but my question is always why? Like, yeah, sure, you can make this little tiny little robot like this size do backflips and stuff, but why? Like, what are we gaining from that that's not bad? Like, how many bad things can happen if this goes live to everyone, and how many good things can happen? And if the bad things outweigh the good things, throw that shit in the garbage, because I'm not trying to be a part of of some little thing crawling up my nose and killing me overnight because they put a little savage drone bug in my place.
Yeah, crazy, Travis. Crazy for real.
Another thing is like they put too much technology in too many things. So there are cars out there, including I think mine, although I don't think I have it hooked up, where you can like take over control of the car remotely, and that is not good. I know Teslas can to a certain degree. And you're like, oh, look, I can parallel park it without being in it. Listen here, mother father. If you can parallel park it, someone else can parallel park your ass when you're driving it. And you can say, oh, no, they can't. Oh, yes, they can. If it's in there, if it's built in any way, they driving your butt off the side of a car, off the side of a cliff, and don't care because you're basically a video game to them.
Yep. You are not kidding. Like, I used to be so definitely afraid, like, you used to go a car with computers in it for that very reason. I'm like, I'm not trying to drive anything that could be hacked. I'm like, no.
No.
I'm a little more sensible to it now, but back in the day, I was like, nah, man, miss me with that hacking stuff, hacking cars, But like you said, there's like way too much technology is a little too intrusive these days. Do we really need technology in our toothbrush? Do we really?
I don't need that. So. I know Andrew Edwards had one of them, and he was reviewing. He's like, it's really good. Don't worry about your teeth. Look at your teeth in the mirror. There you go. There's your smart toothbrush.
I don't think we need technology in our toothbrushes or towels. It's getting nutty. I mean, up until recently, I didn't realize the point of having a technology in our mug, but it is nice to be able to heat and cool things to a certain temperature with the mug with the technology. So that's okay, but even that's a little excessive. And I don't know.
It's too much for me. I don't need all that. I mean, I like some of the cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I like having some of my technology. I like technology, but there's a line for me.
Yeah, like Janelle was saying in the chat, the latest Fast and the Furious movie, showed you how cars getting hacked is not a good look. It had a hacker just like driving cars all out of windows onto people when this is crazy. It was savage. It was definitely.
I'm gonna check it out. But no, I have not seen it yet.
Oh, Janelle, you already know I'm already there. We definitely want to see Hobbs and Shaw. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that. That's come out next week actually. Damn, it's already August, Travis. What the hell?
Is it? Dang, man.
It's about to be August next week, Travis. My God. It's just it is just crazy how time has flown this year. Like the year's almost over already, and we just started the year. I feel like, but yeah, we're about to be in August here next week, and the Note event is in 2 weeks, so there's that. And then iPhones are coming after that, and Pixel after that, and then and the Galaxy Fold is sneaking in there somewhere. So yeah, this year is going by uber fast, and yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of scary, man. That means half a month away from like September, where we should start getting all the phones. I was telling a friend of mine called me the other day or today and was asking me about smartphones because he knows I have a YouTube channel now. He goes, I don't really catch up on this stuff now. What should I do? I'm thinking about getting back into Apple. And I was telling him, I go, well, because his friend had lost a lot of weight using the Apple Watch. And he was like, well, I might have to get back in there. And I said, well, 10 hours where is actually the best value for money for iOS right now. And I said, but the new ones are coming out soon, and they'll probably be an 11R. I said, watch out, wait for that. And it's funny because this is a friend of mine who we used to go every year. We were upgrading our phones. Like he was my tech buddy before I had a channel. And now he's rocking a Pixel 2. And the only reason he's thinking about upgrading is because his friend is, he wants to do the challenges with the Ring, and he was just kind of asking me stuff about that, which says a lot about technology, first of all. Secondarily, I was like, well, it's coming out in like another, well, I don't know, when will the Apple event be? September or
September? Yeah.
September. I was like, yeah, by September you'll be able to get all this stuff, and the prices on everything else will drop. Like, oh yeah, that's like 2.5 months away. And he essentially was saying that he might as well just get the 10R now and be done with it, so he doesn't have to even wait because he doesn't care enough. And again, I cannot tell you how many conversations we had about phones for years, and he's even like, you know what I mean? So we're at a point now where this technology is too good, and getting people to want to buy more of it is the new battleground. Like, how do you make people care?
All right, so Gamesky said in the chat, some newer artists to check out: Slave, Dan Lancaster, NF, Joyner Lucas, Mariana Trench, While She Sleeps, Fifth Dawn, Tyler Carter, Dance Gavin Dance, Tomo, Royce Denine, Black Bear, Eden. The only person I've heard about in that entire group is Royce Denine. All those other ones I've never heard of. But it's interesting. Okay. Let's see. Jonathan says, Viper, are you picking up an updated OP if it drops? Are you talking about a OnePlus 7T? Probably not, dude. Probably not. To be honest, the love affair I had with the OnePlus 7 Pro kind of worn off real quick. It's a solid device, don't get me wrong, but the love affair has gone away very quickly. But still a solid phone, though. I have no really qualms about it, but I'm not nearly as into it as I was when I first got it. It is what it is. Rain says, how do you guys feel about the new Blade movie coming out? Okay, so this is funny because when I heard that the Mahershala Ali guy was playing, I thought it was somebody else, and I was like, ew, who is that? No, not that guy. I thought it was a different guy. But then I found out who the cat really was. The dude is the same dude who played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage show. I'm like, oh, okay, I can rock with this. So now I'm excited because I know who he is. So we got Cottonmouth from Luke Cage being the next Blade. Now, even though I would love to see Wesley Snipes reprise the role, because there's only one true Blade. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. Wesley Snipes is the one and only Blade. But now the fact that I know that we got Cottonmouth replacing Wesley Snipes, I can rock with that. I can live with that. But I'm not happy about it, but I'm not really mad about it either. But Wesley Snipes is the only Blade, damn it. I don't care what none of y'all say. If Wesley Snipes, get the hell out of here with anybody else.
I saw a very brief something about it. I didn't really read into it at all. For the most part, reboots don't do better, but lately we've seen something like the Batman with Christian Bale, I think was the best one. And that was basically a reboot. The newest Spider-Man seems to be doing better than the last couple Spider-Mans. People said this last one was really excellent. And this is a new guy. So it's totally possible that and I get it. Trust me. I know. You see, he was Blade. 100% sure. I don't deny that. I would hope that the people in charge of the movie understand that if they need to tread lightly and pick the right people and do the right things.
Oh, yeah.
I suspect they will, though. So this one might end up being better. Because the funny thing is like a lot of those old movies that we were like, oh, that was a pit movie. You go back and watch now, you're like, ooh, what was... I thought it was much cooler than this.
I don't know, man. Wesley Snipes and Blade, that was pretty it, man. That was it.
He was, but I bet if we went back to maybe the first one, and I'm just saying this blind because I haven't seen it in years. I'm guessing it wouldn't hold up as much as it could.
It's happening again, Travis.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he saying?
It's a different number.
Gamesky, bro. You're killing me, Gamesky. You're killing me, bruh. You're killing me. I know a lot of you all love the Spider-Verse movie and it's all cute and cuddly and animated. No. Please stop. No. The best Spider-Man movie ever was Spider-Man Far From Home. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, you need to go see it immediately. It is the best Spider-Man movie ever. It is 10 times better than Spider-Verse could hope to be. I don't care what none of y'all say. Not even a comparison here. Stop this nonsense in my chat. I'm going to need y'all to stop the nonsense in my chat tonight.
I'm only halfway through into the Spider-Verse. I saw it on the plane ride to VidCon, and I haven't seen the other one. I've not really been overly impressed in any of the Spider-Man movies, although I will admit having not seen this new kid on either one of the last two. So, yeah, no, the original Spider-Man. That's right, El Jefe. You tell him.
What?
Tell him, El Jefe.
What the original Spider-Man cartoon? What? Yeah. No, stop it, Jefe. Stop it.
Spider-Man. Someone said. I was watching a video of today or yesterday was talking about if you think that Spider-Man was a guy shooting jizz out of his wrist is cool and real, then I was like, I fell out when he said that. I'm like, who said that? I can't remember who said that. I saw it this morning.
No, it's all good, Gamesky. I mean, a lot of people don't agree with me about the whole Spider-Man and Spider-Verse thing. I'm okay with that because I didn't really care for Spider-Verse. I didn't care for it. It was boring to me. I mean, the art direction, the art was good, but other than that, it was a boring movie. But Far From Home, holy ish, that movie was the joint. Somebody in chat said Spider-Man 2 was the best movie. It was until Far From Home came out. Then it just crushed everything. So for me, Spider-Man Far From Home, the best Spider-Man movie ever. That's just me though. It is what it is.
I'll watch it when it comes out on Blu-ray or something. I'll rent it. I'll rent it in 4K.
Oh no, Travis gonna get fancy. He wants to rent it in 4K.
Sorry, I try not to watch 1080p like the peasants anymore. 1080 peasants, 1080p peasant.
Oh, you sound like
I shoot all my videos in 1080 peasant.
Right, you know you're crazy. What are you talking about? Oh man, oh my god. Oh, Beanie, Spider-Man 3 was like the worst Spider-Man movie like ever. Oh, terrible. Why did they even release that trash? Like Spider-Man 3 and Iron Man 3 were both utter garbage. Ugh, terrible. Both of them were terrible. All right, so I guess we're pretty much about it, man. What's going on in Travis world? Anything happening?
I do want to say one thing since we're talking about superheroes. I'll never stop being salty about this. Yeah, an animated X-Men animated series was awesome. 100% Jeff. But and I'll never stop being salty about this. There's no effing way the damn Captain America, who I think is biggest douchebag, would have ever beaten Iron Man. I'm never going to accept that. That I just won't accept it. The dude is basically a guy on steroids. He ain't got no special. He has no weapon but a shield, which is to protect him, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The only person more lame than that is Aquaman. And don't at me. I don't like. I mean, I like the actor's cool or whatever, but I just think that's the biggest crock of crap I've ever seen in a movie.
I agree with you. Iron Man would have whooped him behind, Travis. I agree.
Yeah.
And hey, Natalie, how you doing? Natalie's in the building. But yeah, some of the things that happen in these Marvel movies, like, I mean, I understand it for movie purpose and the plot things, but yeah, Iron Man getting beat up by Captain America, no, fam, no.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah. Terrible.
We don't.
That's worse than that's worse than when they killed Optimus Prime.
We don't do that here, y'all. We don't do that here. So, Travis, I mean, you can't mention it, you won't mention it on your YouTube channel, but you're not on your YouTube channel. You're on mine. So, right. Mr. I'm So Savage 2019 making an Instagram wave, bro.
That's right. We're trying. Ooh. It is interesting. So tomorrow I'll do. What's really interesting about it is the engagement level for a small. It's small. It's like 500 followers now, but it's surpassed my personal Instagram channel, which I've had for Instagram page I've had for years, and it's done in a week and a half. The engagement is crazy. So for people who don't know, when I was at VidCon, I did a little back and forth joke with one of the guys that was working the booth with me, and we were just kind of joking about just dumb stuff, really. You know how you say, like, just getting the dumb stuff after a day, you're tired. And I made up this character, and I would always say, "Oh, I'm so savage," and then I would say something that's just obviously not savage afterwards. And we were just laughing and laughing and laughing. But then after that first day, I didn't think anything of it. The next day, it came up again, and I started talking about it again. I go, maybe I should make a YouTube channel for this. And then I thought, no, it's too small. These are like little 5-second clips. Oh, let me try Instagram. Let me do that. And it immediately took off. In a week, it had like 500 followers. And the amount of people that are like asking for shout outs, which is the weirdest thing to me. Like, I had a channel, I keep calling them channels, I'm used to YouTube. I had a guy who had like 2,000 followers, wanted me to shout him out when I had like 250 followers. I'm like, well, what is that? I don't even understand that. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then I'll have people that'll so then I decided last week, I said, let me try to roast. Let's see what happens if I do a roast. Let me do a roast. And I was like, maybe I'll get 10 or 15 people to do it. I'll do an Instagram story, and 10 or 15, that'll be good. Like 60 people were like, roast me. So what's going to happen tomorrow when I do it again is I'll easily have close to 100 people, because for whatever reason, people like to be like embarrassed or what. I don't even understand. I don't get it at all. Like, I don't understand it. It's just the weirdest thing. And then here's the funniest thing. Jason, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but Jason wanted me to do something on his channel with him, which I thought was the funniest thing. Because remember last weekend when I was doing the stuff, like at the end, I don't even remember if that was live. I don't remember if that part was live or not. Do you remember last weekend when I was on here doing it?
You mean on the show? Yep, I remember. Yep.
Yeah. Was it live or was that after the fact?
Live.
Okay. Apparently that made an impression on him, because he was like, you should, we should get together. You should do it on my channel. I'm like, what? Like, so that was like a moment where I'm like, what is happening right now? So I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I have no pressure and no thoughts of it having to be any kind of success, but it's being successful, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So it's a place to have a different type of creativity and enjoy the time and not be like stressed that if it doesn't do well, then it sucks. It's just a great outlet right now. So I'm really enjoying it. Oh, Sean says it was live. It's funny.
Yeah, it was live. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, like Beanie said in the chat, like having a 2,000 Instagram page asking you for a shout out. I think people just gravitate towards that character. I mean, the most savage thing about it is that you don't follow anybody. That's the savage.
No, like, so that's the thing. So here's my thought on that. I don't follow anyone. I don't respond to comments, and I don't respond to DMs. And I get lots of DMs. I don't even read the DMs because I don't want them to even see that I read them. the idea is I'm gonna use that as like leverage. So I have a contest. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do the contest. Where the winner of the contest, I follow them for 24 hours, and that's it. And there's so many people that have been messaging me. Okay, you got to do the follow now. You got to do the follow now. You gotta follow me. Like it's a thing. So at some point, I'm gonna leverage that into money. Like I'm gonna do something with it. I don't know. By the time I get there, like if it continues to grow, I'm gonna be like, listen here, brand. You want him to follow you? You're gonna have to bring out the bread, and then I'll follow you for 24 hours. Bring that money.
I mean, it's not. I mean, obviously, you're not thinking about monetizing it right now, but I mean,
No.
at some point, you got to think about it, right? I mean,
and people care, and that once you have people's attention and people care about that stuff, it becomes something. Again, I didn't do it even thinking it would be anything. Like literally, I made the page so that me and the other two guys that were there could watch me do it. And now it's getting kind of funny. Who's badass, Batman or Black Panther? Settle down.
Here we go again. I'm about to pick more. I'm gonna tell y'all this one time. I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention. If some of y'all that follow or pay any attention to me at all, y'all know where I'm going. But for the rest of y'all that don't know, that are brand new, listen very closely. Batman is life. Batman can destroy the entire Marvel Intervention crew. I don't care what any of you all say. The man has a plan to destroy the entire Justice League. Do you not think he can do the same thing on the Marvel side? How naive are you people? I don't care if he doesn't have two powers. I don't care if he's not strong or uber strong. He is Batman, okay? He is the greatest superhero ever. I don't want to hear this trash about how Batman can't get it done. Batman will smash your Marvel clique. Batman is the single most important superhero ever. He cracked on any Marvel.
So here's the thing, Vyp. I got, and you don't have to credit me this, but I just came out with the best YouTube channel you ever will do, and it's just called Verses. And you talk about all these verses of everything. You do a drop of video that's like 4 or 5 minutes. Tell everyone that. Do you know how quickly that channel will blow up, dude? Because people will be on both sides of that so fast. You do Batman versus Black Panther. You do Tupac versus Biggie. And you just do the videos, man. I think you should totally do a second channel with verses and just go off. I think you should totally do it. I'd subscribe. I know I would right off the bat. That'd be a wrap. I watch that every single time. Goku, Vegeta versus Genosis, settle the hell on down, man. You drinking some yak.
What did I just say, Genosis? What did I not? Maybe I need to speak Spanish or French or whatever. I just said Batman is life for people. Life. Do y'all know what that means? That means Batman trumps every damn body. Everything, even Dragon Balls. I don't care how many Kamehamehas that Goku's going to throw at Batman. You better believe there's going to be a Batarang that can reflect that shit, and we go back. You can't mess with Batman, bro. There is no messing with Batman. Calm down, people. Calm down.
It's hilarious, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like you do like they look Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. I'm telling you, man, you could totally do an entire just bunch of videos. I say you do it just to see what happens. Because if nothing else, you get the videos out there, you get a new channel, and if nothing happens, who cares? If it do it and it starts to go somewhere, well, why not? You know what I mean? I say because you got the energy for it, man. I would fall apart after the first 2 videos. I'm like, okay, I said I can't take this. I can't do it anymore. But Vyp got it. Vyp got this.
That would be crazy. I'm gonna think about that.
And then s'mores frap versus caramel frap. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you just look. Here we go. We got all day on this. We can do this all day, man. He's like, just got 504. Just got back, but Batman's better than everything.
See, that's why 504 is. That's why he's the man. He understands me. He understands me.
Oh my god. I'm saying, man, this is $1 million channel right there. That's $1 million channel right there.
Bruh, oh my god, dude, Travis, do you know how many people getting their feels about this? Though?
But that's the thing, and you love it, so that's it. That's money, baby. That's money. That's a money channel right there.
Yo, I might, Travis.
Michael Jackson versus Beatles again. You can do all the stuff you've already done. You just do it again. Can you imagine, man? I'm so on that video. I'm so on that channel right now. I'm ready to subscribe. It doesn't even exist. I'm so savage. I would subscribe to the channel. It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Come on, son.
Oh my god. The only problem with that stupid YouTube algorithm, you have like videos like 10 minutes on that version stuff will be like what 2, 3, 5 minutes of that. Like that's not going.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think you even care. You don't. Here's the cool thing about it. Don't care about the algorithm. Literally, just do it just for fun and as an experiment.
Ooh. Well,
that's where you learn, right?
I like where you had that, Travis.
Because then you can experiment everything on that channel, and then you have a better idea. Because then you can go, well, how much of it has to do with this? How much has to do with this? Plus, you're having fun the entire time yelling at people, which you're gonna love because you're trolling people left, right, and center. You're talking about MCU versus versus what DC, and then it's a wrap. People are gonna have a heart attack. You're like,
yeah, you know it. Oh, just I can do just the MCU versus DCU thing. Everybody be all out of whack, bro. Philip will be hurt.
On,
baby will be born. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, man. That's it. Pancakes versus waffles.
Oh,
I mean, everything. You literally could do everything. Shit, if you ain't gonna do it, I might do it. I might do it as Savage. I don't know. No, that's good. No, that's you, man. You got it. You definitely got it. It's so you. I will be disappointed if you don't do it, man.
Yo,
yeah, I think it would be fun.
I'm not thinking about
Fight me versus change my mind. There you go. This will be versus fight me. And that's how I saw every video. Fight me. McDonald's is better than Burger King. And this is why. I mean, like literally, like go for everything. McDonald's is life.
Oh, Batman is better than every other superhero. Fight me. I like
fight me. Yeah, I'm saying. And you just lay it out and then let the comments be. I'm saying, man, that is a channel waiting. That channel.
Let me take these notes. I gotta take these notes, Travis.
Take these notes, man. We gotta do this,
bro. Gotta take these notes right now, bro.
That's right.
Oh man.
80s cartoons versus 90s cartoons. 80s rap versus 90s rap. 90s rap versus everything. Like, I mean, literally, you could do everything.
Seriously, like nothing. Literally, nothing will be off limits. Nothing.
Chicago pizza versus New York pizza.
Oh man. That's a war, Travis. That's a war.
Come on, son. Endless ideas. Jeff is right. I actually like this a lot.
Oh, Travis,
I like it a lot.
Goddamn genius, son.
I am a genius, son.
Goddamn genius, Travis.
I'm a genius, son. Yeah, no, that's it, man. Viper versus Vipe. Vipe Live versus Viper. Which one's better?
Oh man, this is too much.
Yeah. No, there's some, and then people are throwing in some good ideas in the chat too. I like it.
Yo, this is some good stuff, man. You might go back and watch the chat, definitely.
I see dollar signs and brand deals. That's right, son.
Be like, Travis, I'm so savage. I'm start a person
never know, man.
The algorithm.
So I just figured out a YouTube idea for the Savage guy. So I just need to come up with like a real name for him, and I'm probably going to do it. But the funny thing is like I was saying, like it's growing faster than my other channel did. So this could be the same thing for you. Like it might just be so you that it might outpace like your other stuff, which is hilarious because it's one of these things we're just coming up with. This is your origin story right now. I really believe in this idea, like totally believe. And like Gamesky said, you can even bring in another YouTuber defending the side, but I wouldn't do it in the first video. I would just get in everyone's feelings for the first like 10 videos. Just let everyone feel a certain way. See what happens. And then you can bring people back after.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Amazing. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm amped about that. I'm not gonna lie.
It has potential, man. I got enough on my plate, though, but I'll definitely have to think about it. Definitely,
there's something to that.
There's definitely something to it. I mean, we got to type in here in the chat, so I know just by the chat response, I know it'll be something special. Definitely.
Yeah, your likes and dislikes would be even. They might be, but that's good. You would hope that's the case. That's what you're looking for. I'd be mad if I had like a 90% like rate. I'd be like, nope, that's not good enough. Let me try it again. Superman sleeps with homeless people. I mean, I just go in there, going hard. Electric slide versus cha-cha slide. Oh man.
Oh god, too much. Been a fun evening, Travis.
Yes.
Any last word before we get out of here?
No, I got a video dropping tomorrow, live stream tomorrow morning as always. So check me out, Travis MCP, and I appreciate this. This was a lot of fun, for sure. I gotta go come down from this right now. Over here being crazy.
Before we get up out of here, I'm about to drop this Buy Me a Coffee link one more time. If you guys feel like donating, or if you guys are just joining the live stream, this channel is not monetized yet. God knows when it'll be monetized. Cause I don't know when I'm gonna hit 1,000. Cause I don't know. Right now we're at 756, so I can't really monetize the channel before it hits 1,000 subscribers. So who knows? I mean, it's a slow burn on this channel. But if you guys feeling generous and you want to donate, hit the Buy Me a Coffee link. Y'all know the rest. I'm not gonna get too much into that. Travis versus Viper. Calm down.
Settle down.
But shout out to my homie Travis for joining me tonight. It's very special. Friday Night Vyp, man. Appreciate you, Travis, for being a co-host, no doubt.
That's right, son. We're doing it big. I'm going to flash all the signs.
All the time. If he's so savage, he can flash all the time and not give a damn. That's right. He's so savage. Thank you, Bob, for tuning into the live stream chat. I appreciate you guys. Before we got here, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to be a Friday Night Vyper next week because I don't know what to do about. I mean, I haven't really figured out the whole change in live stream structure yet, so I might just take a week off to like figure it out. Because
is that when they're dropping whatchamacallit?
August 1st is when they're dropping this hangout thing. So I know there's options out there, but I haven't really looked into them yet. So I might just take next week off to think about what I want to do with the live streaming and then come back the week after. So there is a chance there will be no Friday Night Vyper next week. Don't worry, it's not going nowhere. It'll be back. But next week I might take the week off just to figure out what to do with the channel. But yeah, because Google is ending Hangouts on August 1st, which is next Thursday. So on Friday night, obviously, it'll just be me, or I'll have to figure something out. But just be aware that I might skip next week just to figure things out, and I'll be back the week after. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I will see you whenever I come back, or they'll probably come back one more time before they act Hangouts. Just have one big, maybe go away bash. I don't know. Who knows? I'll figure it out. But we're done tonight. Go enjoy your Friday night. Thank you again. Love you all. Vyp Nation, you are the best. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.